It's kind of hard at the beginning to be excited for Watch Dogs 2, considering how ultimately disappointing Watch Dogs 1 was. But at the same time, it wasn't that bad. It was just dull. And the developers definitely took this on board. And Watch Dogs 2 is pretty much the antithesis to Watch Dogs 1, in the sense that it is stupid and it's fun. So in this game, you play as Marcus, who is sort of a nerdy hacker type guy in San Francisco. And the world, sort of the city of San Francisco itself, is amazing actually. I've never been to San Francisco, but it's diverse and it's colorful and it's really enjoyable just to drive around, see the different areas of Marin and Sausalito and all the main areas of San Francisco, even if they are truncated from what I've heard. Um, yeah, it's just so much fun actually to be in San Francisco playing Watch Dogs. The dead sec of San Francisco are very much the fun, cool, hip guys, and well, the dialogue can be quite funny and the themes, and I mean, some of the missions are pretty fun. It can almost sort of go on the side of cringy in some of the lines and some moments, but at the same time, for the most part, they actually nail sort of the fun, stupid side of hacking that like mainstream audiences might think it is. But yeah, the main storyline is pretty fun. You do some pretty awesome things in the main storyline, but the best thing probably in Watch Dogs 2 compared to Watch Dogs 1 is just how much fun everything is to do, like in terms of side activities as well. Like you can go around the world and do a ton of activities, from racing to little hacking things to side missions. They all encompass every sort of part of the map, and they're actually all enjoyable to do. Like you can buy a sailboat and sailboat race. Like the Force Watch Dogs very much felt like the modern day Assassin's Creed with cars, where Watch Dogs 2 feels like Ubisoft's take on Grand Theft Auto 5, and they definitely deliver in a lot of ways. There's some parts of it that still don't feel incredible. I think sort of maybe the driving model or even the controls don't feel as smooth. The ragdoll physics aren't as good, and there's some parts of it that just aren't perfected quite yet. But this is definitely sort of the huge step up from the original Watch Dogs that you want. It does everything better, and then it goes beyond more than you were expecting. And it had some issues in the beginning with online that has actually been sorted now, and it works totally fine. And playing with some friends in the world is actually a lot of fun. There's actually stuff to do, like, which is pretty awesome compared to what was done in Watch Dogs 1. But regardless, this game sort of, it's great in the sense, like I said, is it has that stupid tone, but it does have things that are kind of don't make a lot of sense. In the fact that the character of Marcus, which is brilliant, and all his friends are quite enjoyable, they're quite funny, and they'd be kind of cool to hang out with it for a few drinks for the most part, because I don't know if you could deal with them all the time. But the sort of the nearly hacker nature of Marcus doesn't go well with the fact that you can have guns. And the fact that you can just go into a mission and kill everyone doesn't feel right. Then when you get the cutscene, that kind of doesn't feel like it carries that tone at all. So I spent a lot of missions trying to stun gun everyone or sneak past, and then when it didn't work good, it all went to hell. I started shooting them. But at the same time, it just didn't feel like that, because they gave you that option, it didn't feel quite right all the time. But hey, you've got a 3D printer. You can print a quadcopter and fly a quadcopter around. So that's got to stand for something, right? But yeah, it grabs some of the cool parts of today life in terms of social media. Like there's a scout location where you go to locations and you take selfies by these monuments or landmarks, and you gain followers. And that's actually the game's XP is followers. Everything you do, you gain followers, which unlock research points, which put it into a load of different skills. And sort of it just encompasses that sort of new social technological life that people live, and it does for the most part do a brilliant job of fixing every problem from Watch Dogs 1, of which there was many, and making it just fun. Like that's the craziest thing I have to say about it. It's just fun to be in the world, to just drive around, to hack things. There's more hacking options than ever. You can hack more things in the world. You can hack every car. You can actually drive the car and hack, and the fact that everything's just more fun. It's nothing is groundbreaking, but the fact that the game is flat out fun for hours and hours on end, is definitely enough to say that this is a huge improvement over the original.
Mr. Johnson, one alimony payment has been removed from your account.
What? Alimony? We're talking about alimony payments. There's no alimony.